Cohort 11. So we have an agenda lined up for the next about approx 1.5 hours. We took about 7 minutes to get started, but from coming sessions onward, the request is that if the session starts at 11, then please be online at 5 minutes before. So to start with, the first is the welcome from IITStartups team, and for that I would like to invite on the stage Mr. Pradeep Bhargava. He's the president of IITStartups, secretary of PAN IT as well. He's an alumni of IIT Kanpur. So Mr. Pradeep, please go forward.
Thank you. Welcome to Cohort 11. And right now, it makes us very happy that you have made it to be part of our cohort. What I'll be doing in the next few minutes is to take you through what IIT Startup does and how we are organized so that you can make the best of this program here. Now, I believe that you have already taken a decision to start as an entrepreneur and are looking to be successful at what you have started. So it means we are looking at you have what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. And in that course, you will be interacting with many of us here, but also with your potential customers and existing customers. So the world changes from people who have been in the corporate and as they move to an entrepreneurship. But then comes the next thing is what help we need. And one of the first is the fund itself. But in order to reach there, then there are some steps and people have a lot of questions. And today what we say that market is cold and people are not getting funded. So we still have to face the new challenges. And I will take you through the journey, how we have set it up. And we will let others talk as how they want to help you in this journey to reach where you want to go. So here is our agenda for today, where we are looking at the overall program for around 100 minutes. And after the welcome, we will run through the process in which we screened our members and applicants, and then how we are matching it with mentors to make sure that you get the right match, because we have a large ecosystem of our alumni who are willing to help, but there are also people outside who will be able to add domain knowledge. And then it is following through a curricula, which you will see, and how we follow that curricula. At the same time, there is a team, a set of people who are working with investors to see that we plug in the right people. And as we do this, as you know, that it's part of the overall ecosystem and how community participation happens. Then we'll hear from you, roughly 2 to 3 minutes, just to so you that give background about yourself and what are you building and what is the purpose. So a short 2 to 3 minute sort of pitch or introduction from your side. And then Anjan will take us through what are the expectations from startup. For example, come on time. And then Raji will share some of the experts that we'll be bringing in order to add to something which is not covered by the curriculum. So this is what we have today. And I would take you through the slides quickly. As a vision from IIT Startup, the idea is to empower our alumni to really build world-class companies. And this would be happening through the curated set of mentors that we have. And of course, you network with the community and finally, some access to capital. So how do we go about it? And the mission is that we should be able to, and this is from IIT Startup, build investable and scalable companies. And that would happen through mentoring and connections so that you get first check if you've not got so far and be able to reach the Series A funding. Now, this happens through some intensive mentoring. And of course, mentors will guide you mostly from a business and a domain perspective, to see the right business models and plans, so that you are able to create compelling visions and pitches. And at the same time, you have some connections that would be at the right industry and the right stage. Sometimes you go to a very large investor and you don't get any entry, and same the other way. And overall, we are looking at all people who are here to also create a community who support each other. So what happens is each one of you could potentially help others. So it's not only a set of mentors and investors. And this, what we want to see is a good amount of interaction among you. The organization that we built, you see the board. So we have a few members of the board and then executive team. But what we have to do is to interface with the largest set stakeholders, which is alumni, of course, and then institute, and then we have corporates and industry, the government, and mentors who come and help us, experts who will give specific advice, and startups and investors. So this is the overall stakeholder ecosystem which we'll continue to develop, and this is where we would be interacting. So look at the board. We have Saurabh Srivastava, who's also founder of Indian Angels. So he's the chairman. Anjan Datta, who's the general secretary and here part of the board. I'm here, Pradeep Bhargav, and Ashank Desai, who's the founder of Mastech. And as we will grow the board, the idea is to have at least one representation from each IIT alumni. Each IIT alumni from one alumni from a specific IIT, and that's how we will be building the board. So these people will be setting the overall directions. They will also be interfaced to global advisory board because we have a US side connect, and there are some folks from US, and then this is not necessarily a statutory perspective, but the board that you see here has a statutory responsibility. And the idea is to build the brand reliability, support the entrepreneurs with connects and resources, and also look at board expansion and other fiduciary responsibilities that would come. The next, we have the office, which is more like an operational set. And we have these three people. I'm the president, general secretary Anjan, and Sony is supporting us in marketing and outreaches. So this is the job these people do, and this is more like a continuous activity. We also have a community engagement led by Prachi, and we have supporting as Bhaskar. So some of the things that we've been doing to connect with Alumni Association, the chapters, the institute, the incubation center, and also startup and startup groups. So that's the job this team has, and which will be also growing. We have the program team looking at building the course content and cohort structure and ensuring maintenance and distribution, and also building relationship with mentors and onboarding. So these are a set of activities. So right now, 3 members are leading it, and they are with us, Umesh Joshi, Tarun, and Rajiv. We also have this specific work around the cohort, which starts from the application, and it also look at right startups with us and who are in the right space so that they're part of it and they're making a difference. And so it's great to have you all here, and you've gone through this process of screening, and there'll be mentor mapping as it would happen. And of course, later the weekly schedule. So Sanjeev, Saurav, and Kshitij, all 3 are here, and they will be also connecting with you during the course of the next weeks. We also have Tirumala, but there are other members also supporting in looking at connect to the angel networks, the family offices, and the VCs, and to make sure that you have the right connect. Some may happen during the course, and some we will have to wait for the demo day. And whole idea is that you should be able to get to someone you intend to. We also have a lot of work around the partnerships and industry POCs and acceleration. So what you have to do is to keep sharing what you need to have and what you want to have so that people can come and support. Whole idea is that each of you should become successful. As we go in, we have mentors, and many of them are here today with us. Join the call: Rajiv Kumar, Ashok Yanani, Muralidharan, Sunil Gupta, Ramakrishnan, Gautam Khanna, Saujanya Sethi, Amitav Satyam, PKG, and Subodh. Maybe there are a couple of them more here who are not listed, but we would be adding them. So these people would be guiding you through this journey and assisting you, but not limited to them, but they would be integrated one-on-one with you. So with this, once again, I welcome all the cohort C11 members, and we have these teams here with us, 14 teams this time. And we would also be looking at you sharing as what you are doing and your purpose. We will hopefully keep the sequence in the same way. Saurav, you have the sequence with you?
I'll take it from this one, sir.
Okay. So, or whatever, as long as we cover all.
Yeah.
And then it's over to.
This meeting is being recorded.
Kshitij. Yeah, Saurav, for you.
So thank you, Mr. Pradeep. So continuing with the program, all of you have been interacting with Kshitij and the rest of the team for quite a bit of time. And that brings us to the next part of the discussion as to how did we arrive at the cohort and how you were able to come up through the rest of the 100 plus, odd startups who had applied, what went into the making of it, what was this shortlisting criteria, what helped you come to this stage. So for that, Kshitij, can you please come and share those details with us?
Definitely, Saurav. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, everyone. It's glad to see you all over here because we have gone through a long process of screening and then final evaluation and then finally joining the cohort, right? So I'll give a quick walkthrough over the process that we have followed. But before that, a huge congratulations for making it so far into the cohort, because trust me, I have been on the other side and it was not easy. We had around 200 applicants. Out of 200 applicants, we did our first layer of screening and we reached to around 50 to 60 startups, out of which I think almost all the startups were personally called by Anjan sir for a second round of screening. And then we decided the top 37 startups that we wanted to go with for presentation. Then we lined up 5 sessions with a panel of 5 to 6 investors in all of those sessions. And we had around 10 to 12-minute presentation for each startup. So after that, we got the scores from the investors. And from there, our internal team sat on the scores. We looked at the startups. We looked at different criteria. We firstly picked the top 20 startups. And we looked at a few pointers, such as the problem that you folks are solving, how big that problem is, what impact that problem creates, and the solution, how innovative the approach is there any entry barrier to that particular solution, going on to the business model, the founding team, and the scalability of the startup. So after considering all these points, we came up with the top 14 names, and it was actually a long process. And we kept this part in the beginning just so to tell you that you have met the bar. You have been one of the top startups that have applied to the cohort. So this is mostly about it. I wish all the best for the cohort, and a super thank you for coordinating and collaborating throughout the process and having the patience. And at our side, I would like to thank Bhaskar, Anjan sir, Tirumala, and Tarun for helping over here, and Pradeep sir for overall guidance. Thank you. Saurav, we can move forward.
Right. Thank you, Kshitij. And again, wonderful to see everyone here. Great work in getting this set up and for us to be able to come to this stage. Now, a startup cohort is not complete without the expertise and mentoring that comes in from the industry, and we have a lot of experts. from across the different IITs, and then there's a challenge of putting all of it together. So how does this all work? And for that, I would like to call upon Mr. Tarun Bhargava to talk about mentors and expectations as we run through cohort 11 of the program.
Yeah. Thanks, Saurabh, for the introduction. A very warm welcome to all the startups to cohort 11. I can assure you that you are amongst the privileged few who are going to get mentored and helped by a great team of IIT alumni and beyond. And this would be a very, very useful and a value add session, session for you. So just to give you a background, a little bit on, the whole, process, and particularly the mentors. See what happens is, while there is a very well-structured program, as Umesh will let you know, there is a very clear, curriculum which has been built over the years, which has been fine-tuned. But what happens is that, the mentor is the person who's going to be hand-holding you and walking with you throughout the journey of this program. And the mentor is, the person who's going to be with you, who can bounce off things, who will guide you, and so on and so forth. Now, who are these mentors? So effectively, the mentors are, industry experts. Most of them are IITians, but not necessarily all of them. They are subject matter experts who have done it, who have seen it, and who are very, very passionate about the startups and helping the startups, building their business and making sure that they get the funding and they succeed. So effectively, I mean, you are dealing with people who are here, who are working on a pro bono basis, and who are going to help you during this program to guide you and help you and walk along with you. So now, given this sort of a profile of the mentors, now how do you extract the maximum juice of them? Because this is a self-learning program. It is not a college. It is not a university. It is not a program where you are sort of put in a box and then you are supposed to do that, right? I mean, so effectively, it is up to you to then get the very best out of the program. So which means that you need to spend time, you need to believe in the program, you need to then connect with the mentors, and you need to make sure that you get, and you ask questions and seek help whenever that is required, without any hesitation and without the fear of getting judged. So this is extremely important. Now let's look at, what exactly, what is the objective of the program and why are we all here? And what is the mentor going to do? See, if you look at this, the end objective is that you make a pitch, and a successful pitch to the investors. That is really the end game. And how do you get to do that? You have to get a pitch deck. You already have one, and they have been, I think you guys have done a fairly good job at it. But obviously, during the, next 12 weeks or so, you're going to be, tutored in terms of, how to sharpen your pitch deck. Now, while you do that, there are two elements, One is really the thought, which is going behind everything that you speak, your intent, your effort, your capabilities, etc. Second, it's all about the business, your business strategy, right down, to the numbers and what is the, total ask that you have from the investors. So I think what happens is, now the mentors really help you, to sharpen your pitch decks, not only the pitch deck, but also your business strategy, and the different modules that are there. Another couple of points I would like to say. Now, each mentor has a certain domain expertise. And what we have done, and as you will see, we have matched the domain expertise of the mentor with your startup, your needs as we have assessed, and therefore to make sure that there is a win-win sort of a situation. Having said so, there could be situations where you may want to actually, speak to some other mentors for some other aspects. For example, let's say I am, while I have worked across industry, but I have been predominantly a finance guy. Now, for example, if there is something related to finance, you can always speak to your mentor and then say, well, I want to connect with Tarun, or I want to connect with XYZ people. And I think all other mentors will be more than happy to sort of, help you, make your case strong. A last few things, just make sure that, you take the initiative. Because the mentors, what we expect them to spend about 1.5 hours with you every week. Now, 1.5 hours could be a hell lot of a time. If you are very well prepared ahead of the session with the mentors, you have your questions and you can get the best out of it. But if you are not well prepared, 1.5 hours could mean nothing. Having said so, it is entirely up to you how much interest you can actually get from the get from the mentors, and therefore the mentor is willing to spend more time with you. So it is entirely up to you. And of course, once the entire program is completed, then you can actually, if you still want to engage with the mentors, you can talk to them. You can agree upon the commercial terms if there is any between the two of you, and you can continue beyond the cohort and beyond the program. So with this, I think I have covered most of the points which I have. Last but not the least, I would sort of re-emphasize. I have already said so, a couple of times. This is not a classroom. This is not, the mentor is not a teacher. The mentor is a help, guide, coach for you. And therefore, it is entirely up to you to, make sure that you reach out to the mentors and make sure they are made available. They make themselves available and you get the best out of them. So this is all I have to say. Thank you so much and wish you all the best. And I'm very, very confident at the end of, the cohort, you will not be disappointed. In fact, you will make friends for life, not just the mentor assigned to you, but all the mentors and the entire team of, IIT Startups. Thank you and all the best.
Okay, before we start, one second,
yes.
Before Saurabh,
Sure, sir.
I have requested all of you to please put on your camera and the name of your startup. If you cannot do that, please let me know. But I will, after this, I'm going to remove whoever has not done that. Whichever startup has not done that. I'm telling that very clearly. So we'll have to follow certain ground rules. It's a request. I've been requesting all of you. And after that, we'll have Mr. Sanjeev Agarwal to talk a little bit on mentorship. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anjan. I'll just supplement what Tarun was saying. Look, all the mentors here are as much invested in success of your company as you are. They probably, know the best about your company, but I guess most of the mentors, as we go through it, you will feel that some mentors are chasing you, some mentors are asking you to come back with some deliverables, but it's all about making your company better. Fundraising is the ultimate part of it, but I think where most of us get pleasure is in going through your business model and trying and harden your business models. I'll just share an experience with one of the most successful company I have mentored in this program. And Tarun talked about 1 hour, 1.5 hours. That person, he found me so interested, and fortunately it was in my domain in electronics, that he actually added me to his management committee meetings and few other stuff. And instead of 1.5 hours, I was probably spending 5-6 hours in that company and enjoying it. So I'm saying, don't look at 1.5 hours as constraint, but what Tarun said, more you show your interest with the mentors, more you show that it's a mutual relationship of learning and gaining, I think you'll see that like a jugalbandi, if I may use the word. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Sanjeev. Actually, the good words of wisdom, and it goes to the basics. What you give is what you expect in return. So, and this is a common message for all the startups: to get the maximum out of the program, from the mentors, from the experience, from the knowledge, from everything out there. You have to step forward and make that effort, and that is when you'll get the maximum benefits out of that. So with that, I'd like to move on to the curriculum portion of the program, what is going to happen week on week. And for that, can I request Mr. Umesh to please, guide us through that process?
Thank you so much, Saurav.
Saurav, one second. I have got a small request. Can you put Tirumala before Umesh? Tirumala has to go off. So request is just put Tirumala. I think you better come in first. Umesh, please wait for after join in after Tirumala. Thanks.
Absolutely, no problem.
Thanks, Anjan. Thanks, Umesh. Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep it very brief. Thank you. As you go through the curriculum, go through the weeks, I mean, you will start working on your startup, your idea, your problem statement, your target audience, your positioning, how you are adding value, what's your GTM, what kind of flywheels are you building, how are your funnel shaping up. All these will fall in place, your financials, your unit economics, right? But towards the end, it all one validation of what we are doing is, I mean, customers using it. Another is investors liking and joining our journey, right? So for investor relations and especially making yourself and your startup ready for next round of fundraising, take it as a preparation from day one. I mean, understand the basic steps in terms of getting your problem ready, targeting ready, your traction ready, and then your pitch to be fine-tuned, right? Also, expand your target set of investors. Don't only limit yourself to VCs. Look at angels, corporate angels, successful entrepreneurs, even family funds, right? I mean, we are all there to help you connect whenever it is required and when you are ready. The last thing is also look within your own networks, your friends, your past colleagues, your own earlier investors, because you have to prep them so that they refer you to the right investor at the right time. Referral carries a lot of weight here. Of course, there will be opportunities for demo day and all that, but warm introductions, as you all know, carry a lot more weight. People from within your ecosystem who can add their weight and add to the trust factor there will help in conversions. So while you are doing what you are doing in the coming weeks, make sure you take time to reinvigorate your relationship so that these will be helpful in warm introductions at the right time. So these are the few things I just want to leave you with, and then we'll keep interacting over the next few weeks. Back to you, Saurav.
Right. Thank you so much, Tirumala, for those pointers. It is actually very, very important. And for all the startups, the key is, like we say, we're not running towards the program for the sake of running it. The idea also reiterated earlier is to get you investor ready and get to the next, milestone. Right. So with that, how do we get there? Let me call back again, Mr. Umesh, to run us through the curriculum. Go ahead, sir, please.
No, thank you, Saurav. And first of all, a warm welcome, all of you. Congratulations, and I'm pretty sure the journey that all of you are starting, I'm pretty sure at the end of this cohort program, you will really appreciate, and then you will see. When you look back, you will realize that in these 12 and 14 weeks, you have really gained and gone deeper on some of the things that as founders, we understand in most of the time, but a lot of times because we are so much overwhelmed and being stretched out in multiple directions, sometime we develop a blind eye, right? I mean, all of us understand that product market fit is important. How we have to have a well thought through go-to-market strategy, and then the business model has to be set right. All of these things are known to all of us as a founder, but as I think Tarun and Tirumala also said, that one of the core objective of this next couple of weeks is that our stories are ready for investor. And when we talk about investor readiness story, primarily these are those 8, 10, 12 slides that all of us know, right? A problem statement, a solution that we are working, the market size, the go-to-market, right? I mean, those are all of us know as seasoned entrepreneurs. Now, what this program does is that in the next couple of weeks, the way the program has been structured is that we will pick up each of these important themes. Think of it that, right, each slide of your pitch deck as one theme. And along with your mentors, along with your industry experts that we will actually bring into the discussion forums, we will go deeper in each of those areas. And what the curriculum also does is that it picks up a theme for each of the weeks. So take, for example, one of the week, product market fit is probably one of the most important step in the journey of a startup. So one of the weeks, the theme would be product market fit, and all of us would go deeper in that product market fit. There would be some self-paced learning content, which would just give a general idea about, what are the different nuances of product market fit. Then we will bring in a few industry experts who have been there and done that, and then give you a perspective, right? What does product market fit mean? And there might be, while this term might sound simple, but there might be different nuances based on whether you are a B2C product or a B2B product, or who's your target audience, and how do you, right, really say that you have a product market fit, right? It might sound simple, but when it comes down to the reality and right, actually iterating over product market fit, it becomes, that's where, right, when the rubber hits the road, that's where all the right complication happens. So the way the curriculum has been designed, as I said, let me just share my screen. Each week, there is a certain area which in most cases directly maps to one of your slides. And so what this program is going to help you is, right, really go deeper on each of those slides. So not just you are ready from a storyline perspective when you talk to investors, but it also forces you to think strategically and see if, you are taking the right decisions, you are thinking in the right line when it comes to the value proposition, when it comes to product market fit, when it comes to thinking about, do you have the right sales process or not, right? Are you adopting the right go-to channel? So as I said, we will give you access, also give you access to an e-learning platform, but that's a very small part of it, which actually has this entire curriculum. We will assign, before this session started, we have already onboarded you to this platform, and then you will soon get access to this entire 8 weeks journey, which is more self-paced, but at the same time, along with whatever is the theme of the week, you will actually spend time with your respective mentors on that area. You'll think about what let's say if it is go-to-market, you will talk to your mentor on what is go-to-market. And end of the week, you will come back and share, right, your story around go-to-market, right? And let's say if there are 12 to 14 startups, all your story might be totally different. And then whatever is the theme of the week, we bring industry experts, which are related to and which are experts, and they give you comment. So not just you get an opportunity to first go deeper in each of these respective areas along with your mentor, but at the end of the week, then you also get a very candid feedback from the industry experts, which in general, these are experts which are not easy to get access to. So that is one of the advantage. Now, what you will also find, right, once you get access to each of these weeks' content, that there are two parts. One is there will be some self-learning content, but more importantly, there are defined templates in which we ask you to share your at the end of the week, share your presentation. So let's say if it is a go-to-market, we have some guidelines on how a go-to-market slide or story might look like. So in summary, I think what it does is that it really forces you to go deeper in each of these slides. And fast forward 10 weeks, 8 weeks down the line, you will see that you have spent enough time on each of your slides that when you go in front of investors or anyone, not just you have iterated each of these areas strategically along with your mentors with all the external input you have got, but right, overall story which has to come out as a single story has started to fall in place. Otherwise, what we have also seen is lot of cases, right? We think very independently about each of these pieces, and the overall storyline doesn't come. So in summary, I think this has been a curriculum which has been iterated over last 10 cohorts. This is the 11th cohort. What does that mean is that if there are roughly 35 to 40 cohort members who have gone through the roughly 300, 400 founders like us who have gone through this journey, and given feedback on what is working, what is not working. So this entire structure has also been iterated based on those 400 founders. So I'm pretty sure you will find it very helpful. Tactically, as I said, you have been given access to this platform, which has all the entire curriculum and also the week-long program. Right, the more information you will start receiving as you proceed with the program, right? So yeah, I'll pause here. But in case if you haven't got access to the platform, please let one of us know and we'll ensure that you have access.
So I'll just add a line that, this structured program, we call it, becomes immensely useful because while we know the concepts, if you go a little deeper, you will realize what it really translates to. For example, you might have heard of beachhead. Now, beachhead, how it becomes relevant and how we must do so that you could potentially save maybe 3 months of your effort in trying to figure out certain things. So each concept can add value, but sometimes, we are not clear. So those guidance you can get from the team. And we see, where do the pitch decks fail? Sometimes they fail on the first slide. So you're busy making 20 slides, but they fail on the first slide. So what we are doing, the curriculum, if you see, moves from slide 1 to slide 20 or slide 14, whatever number, and you must cross that slide 1 and retain sufficient interest to pull the investor or a listener to slide 2. And that's the objective, right? And if you get the full thing through, then you know that you are very much there. So we will begin with slide 1 whenever we do, and you see that work is to be focused and you get it right. So focus on slide 1, 2, 3. That becomes extremely important to go to next slides. Okay.
Yeah, over to you, Saurav, and again, best wishes, all of you.
Yes, thank you, Umeshji, for those words. With that, I would like to invite Prachi on the stage to talk us about and tell us through the community participation and requirements and so on.
Thank you, Saurav. Hi, everyone. Really excited to have you all onboarded to this cohort. So warm welcome from all of us and from me. And I would like to say that what Umesh said, and he didn't include, that all the content has been curated by Umesh. It's an awesome content, has been iterated many times. So thank you, Umesh, for this is such a great job. So after that, let me share about the community contributions, right? So apart from what we are doing in the cohort, IIT Startup is also extending help to other ecosystems and adding value to it. Let me share my slides and show what all we have been doing. So so the goals for 2024, right? So for us is that we want to increase the collaboration between various incubation centers and ecosystem. So what ecosystem means is that we have a lot of accelerator programs running in India, and also we have a lot of companies who sponsor a lot of projects, and we are trying to learn about that and trying to help our ecosystem, this including the IIT incubators, using that. So our primary focus is IIT incubators and collaborating with them for this year. And partnering with them, we want to increase the number of high quality startups coming from the incubator centers. And what the high quality startup means is that technology focused moonshot ideas that solves real people problems. So these are the three things which are really important for IITs and for the incubators. So we have connected before with all the IIT incubator heads and understood like what is their goal and how we can help them. And some of the things that we identified, we are making good progress in that. And one of the update is that we have partnered with Google, and they have many initiatives that are running, and we are making good use of them. So one of that is we have partnered with Google and connected them with IIT incubators, and they have partnered and set up domain focused panel discussions and AI code labs. And we have already conducted at 10 plus IITs. So what it means is that, let's say IIT Roorkee, they are focusing on clean energy. So we had invited many experts and startups and professors who are working in that domain, and we had an awesome panel discussion about that. And the focus is AI for this year, right? So like how the AI helps, and what kind of advantages startups can get using AI in the clean energy. Similarly, like IIT Kharagpur, they are focusing on healthcare. So we are working on getting help from Google with respect to their research and stuff like that. We are also engaged with IITs, Google, for learning that how they can help the startups coming from IIT ecosystem may not be part of incubators. So there are many programs we are learning, and we will be sharing more details with all of you, which may be useful to you. We are also working with Google for Startup. This is an accelerator program in Google, and we will help IIT incubators partnering with them. We are also talking for us, like how they can extend, their ecosystem with us, and we can make use of it. So you will get updates as and when we have some opportunities. From the ecosystem of IIT incubators point of view, so IIT Startup will be moderating sessions to define guidelines on various aspects of IIT incubator ecosystems. And we will be creating a platform where all the IIT incubators will be, looking into all the best practices and guidelines and collaborating and also building on that. So we will collaboratively work, and IIT Startup will moderate that kind of, events. And we are also planning some in-person events to come together and discuss and share things. So these are some of the updates from my side. So over to you, Saurav.
Right. So thank you, Prachi, for that. With that, I would like to move to the introduction by each of the startups. To start with, can we get IITS, which is Ravi Kaushik. So the sequence which will follow is every startup gets about 3 minutes to present themselves, about themselves, and what they are expecting from the cohort itself. So Ravi, can you please come on stage?
Yes. Hello. Hi, Prachi, if you can unshare your screen, I think that would be helpful. Okay, thanks. So basically, Earth is air plus Earth, better air on Earth. So that's the plan, that's the vision. Earth helps you breathe clean by upgrading your AC, because your existing AC is not designed to remove harmful pollutants in the air around you. And we have developed world's first AC air purifier. In 1 minute, simply upgrade your AC to get clean air for better health. And we are breaking cost barrier for clean air and also convenience to get clean air. So far, we have reached 10,000 plus homes. And we are currently the bestseller on Amazon, competing with brands like Dyson, Philips, etc. And the journey has been very, very tough, because there are a lot of books suggesting create a new category and you become a monopoly in that category. But the biggest challenge is nobody searches for that category, right? And how you sell that nobody is searching for. So that became the biggest challenge for us. So if I talk about last financial year, we started with Q1 being just 7 lakhs. So 3 months revenue of 7 lakh, that is like so we were all worried, burning money. But again, we wanted to focus on 3 very critical points. One is our pricing right, because this is a new category altogether. Second is our communication right. And third, do people find value? Because irrespective of your marketing and pricing, if it is not giving value to the end customer, your product is deemed to fail. So we focused on that. And that's how we now are at a stage where we are on a daily basis. We are doing approximately 70 to 100 units a day. And one order average value is around 2,200 rupees with GST. So that's where we are. But currently we are just in India, we have around 5 to 7 crore ACs that can be upgraded. We have just been to 15,000. So there is a huge, huge potential. And what we are saying is Wherever you go, you should get clean air, be it your home AC, then you get into your car, right? We can upgrade your car AC and then you get to your office. We should be able to upgrade your office AC as well. So that's the intent. And TAM is huge. We just been able to scratch the surface with Amazon. Now we've recently started our website and getting traffic and a bit of sales now from our website. We still have to, I don't know how to manage team well. I feel that's where I lack, how to be very focused. That's what I feel still we lack. We are doing a revenue of around now 60 lakhs a month, but how to maintain cash flow? Because that again becomes a super challenge, which I feel IIT startups can help apart from sales and investment that we are looking for. So collaboration with B2B, how we can use this our product as a employee wellness program, how we can target these red industries where you have townships built and a lot of dust is there. So these are things that we are looking for from IIT, apart from, yes, better managerial skills. For me, definitely I'm going to get that. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Saurabh, I would
All right.
like to add 1 or 2 things, please.
Sure.
Please keep your introduction within 2 to 3 minutes. One, please introduce. We are not here to hear your presentation or your story of your startup right now. We'll have enough time for that. My request is talk about yourself, which IIT you're from, 1 or 2 lines on your startup, your founder, where are you from, which industry, and maybe 1 line on expectations. I don't keep it longer because otherwise people will not be interested. Okay, Kaushik, I just wanted to tell you this, but let's keep this for the rest of us so that we can get as much value as possible on this one. Thanks so much.
Right. Thank you, Anjana, for those pointers. Yes, so please keep it concise so we can get time to listen to everyone. With that, next is Care of Solutions. Praveen, could you please come on the stage and talk about yourself, introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, this is Praveen. I studied at IIT Madras. My co-founder, Dr. Beena Bansal, she's an endocrinologist, earlier practicing at Medanta, now has her own space in Gurgaon. I'm based in Bangalore. So what we are solving for is basically inpatient diabetes care. This is because if you manage diabetes properly, while patients are admitted for various kinds of surgeries, their outcomes, whether it's wound infections, other kinds of readmissions, kidney injury, all of that significantly reduces. And we've done some research work in the past. Both of us have published some papers in this field, but we've also developed an app and an algorithm which we've done some prototyping on, which has shown really good results. We are in the stage where we are now converting this prototype thing into actually a medical device that can go through regulatory channels. But at the same time, the feedback or the help that we need is from a business side. How do we really think about how to scale this, not just like while we're developing it for India, there's been interest in other countries as well. So how do we build a solution and the company in such a way that it's the impact is scalable, both to like other like government and hospitals, other setups, as well as to other countries. So that's what we are trying to do.
Great. Thank you, Praveen. With that, can we invite next Fabio's Innovations?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Yati Gupta. I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2017 with BTech in Engineering Physics. And in 2019, I started my own startup, Fabiosis. So my area is infection control. So we basically go to hospital. We tell them that we will upgrade your facility, and so that all the patients there who are like getting all these infections can get a better recovery. So during this process, we got support from Department of Biotechnology, Pfizer, and some other CSR funds. And so there is a data that around 2 crore of Indians actually get infections from the hospital during their duration of patient care. And there are clinical studies which show that antimicrobial hospital supplies can reduce 75% of that. So we focused on that problem, got in touch with some of the doctors from AIMS and the professors from IIT Delhi. We developed the product. So it has been 5 years now, and the major challenge has been honestly selling. So we developed this world-class product, which is the sort of the best in the world. But the hospital system is sort of a bureaucratic thing that it's difficult to like navigate, and it's also B2B. For example, when you sell to a B2C customer, you talk to one person, but in B2B there are multiple departments, and all has to like fall in line to be able to adopt your products. So that has been a challenge, and with the help of IITStartups, actually we want to like navigate this whole value chain, and of course get some funding and interest from the investors as well, because this is not just a one-man job. We need a whole team to cut through this whole bureaucratic process. Yeah, so that's
wonderful.
it.
Yeah, thank you. I think great points and good focus that you have in mind what you want to do. So look forward to seeing that you use the platform and the opportunity to the best. With that, can we have Fusion Apps Solutions?
Yeah, hi.
Pushkar?
Yes, hi everyone. I hope you can see me. Yes, so my name is Pushkar Gaikwad. I'm a graduate from IIT Bombay. I studied chemical engineering at IIT Bombay, and I've been in the startup ecosystem for last 10 years. This is my second startup. And so Fusion is a no-code platform where we are helping other non-technical founders and also SMEs to build simple web applications, simple software applications without any coding. So because it's built without any coding, it gets developed very, very fast and also at a very low cost. So from IITStartups, the help that I'll be looking for is basically because it's a no-code platform and we are helping startups. It will be very helpful if we could connect with other incubators in the ecosystem and offer our platform to the startups to help them out. The second thing would be mentoring around GTM and also around team building. Those are a couple of things that we have struggled with. So team and GTM is something that we'll need help with, and of course investor readiness. So I'm really looking forward for the next few weeks, and we'll try to get most of the value out of this whole process. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Pushkar. Welcome on board. With that, can we move to IntelliAssist, Ashwini? Anyone from IntelliAssist?
Oh, really? Sorry.
Oh,
I was.
Hello.
Ahead. Yeah, hi. Ashwini this side. So I'm a graduate from IIT Kanpur 2008 batch, and yeah. So yeah, this is my third startup, and one of them was a successful exit, earlier ones. So at IntelliAssist, what we are solving for is improving e-commerce conversions using artificial intelligence. So basically, the problem what we are solving for is, you might be seeing a lot of D2C brand, companies like Earth, who are coming in, because now people have started buying online. The problem is most of them are able to sell only on Amazon. The site experience on their own brand website is really, it's not that great. And because of that, the conversion rates are very different than, they get on the marketplace. So that is what we are solving. So we started with about 12 odd brands in India, and then quickly moved to the US, started focusing on the US market. We have a couple of customers over there and want to focus on that market more, because we are getting really good response. Already have, our US customer is already bigger than all of our Indian customers combined. So from the help side, yeah, we are looking to connect with the large retailers in India and US. Yeah, being a early stage startups, you need more credibility to, get a chance with them. The good thing is that because our product directly impacts the top line of the customers, once you get your foot on the door, it's really easy to, get the revenue flowing and other things. But yeah, the biggest challenge is, getting that one opportunity with, especially with the large retailers. So that is where we would be looking for, as far as the help is concerned.
Right, wonderful. Thank you, Ashwini. We'll move on to the next lever lattice. Sharon.
Hi everyone, this is Mohit from Level Lattice. Our brand name is Vishwa.ai. I have Sai with me as well. He's the co-founder and CEO, and I'm the co-founder as well. I'm 2002 IIT Kharagpur graduate, and Sai is a BITS 2001 graduate. Our company Vishwa, what we are aiming to do is build a AI automation platform targeting small and medium businesses. And the persona that we're trying to target are the product managers or the business process owners who want to leverage AI but are not familiar with the complexities of it. So we want to solve for essentially productivity. While solving for productivity, we also want to add value to it. For example, they are able to do their tasks much better, much faster. So that's the aim of Vishwa AI as a platform. The help that we are looking for, or the expectation from this program, actually it struck a chord in terms of the layout that was mentioned in terms of GTM inputs, initial leads for product development, particularly US market customer reach, some help in hiring, and then finally sort of investor readiness in terms of the presentation as well. Yep, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mohit. And with that, we'll move to the next, which is Mezzing, super creator. I believe Mohit is here.
Yeah.
Or Tarun.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mohit Garg. I, along with Tarun, is also here on the call. Both of us are founders for Mezzing. We graduated from IIT Roorkee in 2014. And have been in the tech startup ecosystem for the last few years. At Mezzing, what we're trying to do is we're helping brands leverage the power of creators to build distribution online using the power of AI and data science. We try to make the entire process very outcome focused, data oriented, and build predictability for the brands. Target persona for us are brand owners, brand managers, CMOs at some of these companies. Expectation from the program, looking to build or strengthen our sales muscle. So connect with more people on the marketing side of things, CMOs, CEOs, founders. At the same time, help us build our hiring muscle as we go along. Excited to be part of the program.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mohit. With that, can we move to money flow? Piyush?
Thanks, Saurav. Hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Hi guys, I'm Piyush, 2013 IIT Roorkee pass out, and I've done my master's from Georgia Tech, specializing machine learning. My co-founder is a business co-founder from Manipal ISB, who has experience in taking PhonePe's offline business from like a few thousand UPI transactions to 25 million daily UPI transactions. My specialization has been in machine learning. So for the past 8 years around, I have been working in ML AI domain, building different kinds of products and solutions. A little bit about Moneyflow. We are basically data intelligence for e-commerce brands. Our core proposition is basically like a SaaS company or a larger enterprise company utilizes its own data from different domains to improve their operations or take next decisions. We become that layer for e-commerce brands or basically commerce stores in general, that we unify your data and we help you take prudent decisions in what to do next, where to invest next, what to stop doing, and so on. With IITStartups, we are hoping to get a better traction on our GTM, which is our next biggest hurdle. Post that, maybe fundraising and then exploring newer markets for money flow, for example, Southeast Asia or maybe US market. Excited to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That really looks exciting, and we wish you all the best. And hopefully, there's a platform where you can get all those dreams fulfilled as well. Wonderful. With that, I would like to move on to 1PV, Vaibhav.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. So my name is Vaibhav. I passed out from BHU in 2020. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So currently, I'm building 1PV with my co-founder Kashish. He's a machine learning guy. I look after the business. And at 1PV, we are working B2B platform for solar insurance companies, where we help them to quickly determine the risk characteristics for a specific site, and we help them provide a parametric insurance product. So that's what we do. And at IIT Startups, we are focused on perfecting our pitch and product as we onboard our first 10 clients. Over to Kashish, my co-founder.
So I have experience working on display technologies and algorithms for smartphones, XR devices, laptops, and automobile infotainments. So I use various AI ML tools and traditional signal processing on pixel level data. At 1PV, we are developing some really cool algorithms and models for risk quantification. And yeah, we're excited to be here. Thanks.
Wonderful. With that, now we move on to Activist Technologies, Redfind. Divya.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity and really glad to be here. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Cool. All right. So I graduated from IIT Kharagpur back in 2001 in instrumentation engineering, and I've spent over 2 decades in retail and e-commerce and seen its evolution, been in the thick of thin to actually strategizing and running large teams. So my what I'm building is a platform called Redfind. It's India's first fashion search and discovery platform powered by AI. We have 6 million products from over 100 stores. We aggregate products from all online stores and bring fashion products to one place and help users find what they're looking for using AI. It's a combination of computer vision and LLM, where they can do image searches and see the same product sold at different stores and different options. So now we have around 200,000 monthly users, and we are growing. I'm sorry. So so we launched the platform back in late 2022, and it's been growing. Couple of years back, I have moved to US, and now I'm also working on how we can expand the platform and take it for geographic expansion, bring it to US. However, to attain the what do you say, the terminal velocity to we do need funding, and that's where I've been having a little bit of challenge, and I'm looking for help in Investor Connect and fundraising from IIT Startup. And obviously, I've been looking for a founder community, and I hope to get tips and tricks and hacks from everybody, and hope to share mine too. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Divya, and great to have you on the cohort as well. With that, I would like to get on the stages Tiny Crows, Supreet.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Vibhu, you have been present, right?
Yeah. So basically, we help businesses achieve security from cyber attacks. And the services that we focus upon is application security, cloud security, and email security. We are Tiny Crows. Supreet and I are brothers, and we are co-founder of Tiny Crows. Supreet is from IIT Kanpur Y16 batch. We are helping multiple businesses across the globe in securing against cyber threats, whether it is related to their infrastructure, whether it is related to human security, or whether it is related to their cloud infrastructure. The reason why we want to join and be part of IIT Cohort is understand we are both technical, have technical expertise, but understand how to market our services, build a good product which actually fit into the requirements or the services where we can cater. So that's a bit about ourselves. I hope that helps.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Supreet. Cybersecurity is one of the top areas of innovation, and requirements which is going to build up. Good to see that you guys are working in this domain. So thank you all the startups who were able to present here, talk and introduce a little bit about themselves. We will have, of course, much more time during the cohort to get into the deeper insights, details, and what help you'll need. We had 3 more startups who could not be present today, which is Factorian Technologies, Goldfish Supply Chain, and Neuron AI. So could I request Kshitiz to come and just briefly tell us what these startups are about?
Sure, Saurabh. Thank you. So I'll start with Goldfish Supply Chain Technologies. So they are trying to distribute made in India products to every nook and corner of India by building omni-channel supply chains. So they offer ready-to-use supply chain solutions with a pay-per-use model in order to achieve this. The co-founder and CEO is CEO for Goldfish Supply Chain. Just give me a second. I got confused in the name. Sorry. Tanmay Dhawale is for Goldfish, right? Second one is Factorian. So Factorian is trying to bring modern cloud technologies on-prem and package them in a commodity hardware. So this will allow users to process machine sensors and systems to provide long-term process history. Anshuman Bansal is the co-founder and CEO for Factorian Technologies. And finally, Neuron AI. Sandeep Singh is the co-founder and CEO, and they are trying to build multimodal agents for the finance industry that automates financial tasks using LLMs.
Wonderful.
So this is pretty much it.
Right. So great. Thank you, Kshitiz, again for pitching in for the startups who were not available. So thank you again, everyone. As we close the introductions, I did not get a chance to introduce myself. So quick few lines about myself. I'm Saurav Raj. I'm passed out of IIT Delhi 2004 batch. And after passing out of IIT Delhi, went on to work in the energy, oil and gas services sector. The company was Schlumberger. I left the company, went on to build startups and products and solutions in the technology domain. My primary area of work remains with blockchain, and at the back of it, yes, blockchain is financial services, and that's the domain. Products which we have in the market are around asset tokenization. We service real estate as a sector, fractional real estate, 4,000 crore industry and picking up. Other products are in the domain of carbon credits and climate finance and personal data protection, for which we were also the TechSparks 2020 winner out of 30 startups in India. So again, these are very early ahead of the time, initial markets in the making. That's what we do. Based out of Mumbai and keep frequently traveling between Bangalore and Gurgaon as well. That is what we do. My co-founder in these businesses is Smriti Chaudhary, and along with that, we partner up with other business partners as we go along. So that is primarily what I do at the back end. What my role here with the Cohort 11 will be to keep the program on track. We already saw we have a detailed and exhaustive plan ahead of us. So keep everyone informed, updated, prepared, so you come and you can get the best out of the program and the interactions with the different mentors as well. And like I said, with the end objective that you're both mentor side and on the startup side, getting the maximum value, and of course, getting ready for our end goal, which in many cases is raising funds at the end of it. But in some cases, like I said, it may not be raising funds, but getting onto market access, building deeper insights, or even learning tips and hacks, as someone said, from other founders community as well. Now, with that, we will have some more people joining us. Along with me will be Muna Ali. We'll get her introductions in a bit of time as well. She's on the call today. And also Dr. Somnath Mitra. He will be also working with us, supporting us, along with a few more volunteers coming out of different IITs, right? So while I'll get Muna to introduce herself, a bit about Mr. Somnath Mitra as well. He's again IIT Delhi alumni with MBA and PhD from IIT Delhi itself, startup mentor, and visiting faculty at business schools such as IMA, and the curious learner and network as well, right? So with that, I would like to move on to the right. So like I said, there's a lot which can happen, but at the end of the day, startups need to come make that effort so they can be expressive, they can be clear on what the requirements are to get the maximum value of that. So with that, could I request Mr. Anjan Datta to come and share those expectations with all of us?
To be very honest, I don't have any expectations. My only expectation is all of you do well and be successful. So far, IIT Startups has mentored about 120 startups across the world. First 6 cohorts has been US startups. And then we started from the cohort 7 in India. And cohort 7 onwards, for 2 or 3 cohorts, we did multiple batches in the same cohort. This cohort, we decided we'll just keep 12 or 13 startups to go on and take it forward. See, while I can talk about my expectations and many things like that, all I'm expecting from all of you is be grounded, keep your expectations in place, and follow certain basic hygiene rules. By hygiene rules, be in time, do your assignments, and in case you have any issue, keep us posted and keep us in the loop. We are here to help you and take it forward. Please note that down. We are not here as your competition or anything like that. What I expect is complete cooperation between the startups on taking things forward. That I have only a couple of small requests. One is, it's important for you to give a consent. I'll send you a consent form to each of you individually. Just sign it and send it across. It's a very, very non-binding and a very simple stuff. We keep that more from the legal point of view, and because we are a part of US compliances, we need that from all of you. Okay. Second thing, which probably is important, is in case there's an issue or in case there's something which you would like to discuss, pick up the phone, call us up, let us know, and don't delay that point. This is a very open forum, and in case some sessions you guys cannot make it, please let us know at least 1 or 2 days in advance that you cannot make it, and we'll see how we can take it forwards. Okay. And yeah, so we are at this stage, as I was telling you, we have about 120 startups who have gone through the program. There has been 12 acquisitions so far, and about 50 to 60% of the startups who have been part of IIT Startups have got funded. And we expect you guys to do better than that. Okay. And we also expect you to be continuous part of this cohort system, which post the program, you'll be put on the alumni. There's a WhatsApp of all the IIT Startups alumni. So immediately after this, I think some of you guys would have already got message about becoming a part of C11 group, right? Some of you would have got a thing or that. So we are also in the process of doing the mentor mapping. We should be done in next 3-4 days time. And in case you guys have some thoughts on some of your mentors, please reach out to me and I'll take it forward from there on. Okay, with that, I will now ask 1 or 2 of our key mentors to discuss about their experiences, their thoughts, and then after that, I'll throw the floor open for startups to put forward any questions which they want to do. Okay, I think we probably we've already exceeded. We are okay with time. We are okay with time. So let me call on Saujanya first. followed by Ajay, and then with Rajiv Kumar, just to share a couple of their thoughts on their association with IIT Startups, and in case they would like to add something. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Anjan. This is Saujanya here. A quick introduction. After 25 years in the tech space, I decided to take a complete 360-degree plunge, and now I am a podcaster and I'm setting up a media house, something I'm not used to or experienced at all with. So I learn a lot from the cohort as much as I give back to the cohort. This is probably the 4th year that I'm associated with Pradeep and Anjan and the team here. So I'm looking forward to a beautiful engagement. I think one thing I want to leave you with as you think of this mentoring journey is that, being an entrepreneur is like really riding the waves of life, right? No one prepares you for what kind of wave comes to hit you. All you can be is more resilient. So I'd say come prepared to grab as many tools as possible, to sharpen your knives, and be ready to ride the wave. I think that's how you tap into the mentor circle. So I'm looking forward to more conversations and more contributions here, and see you all soon.
Ajay, some pearls of wisdom from you.
Thank you very much, Anjan, for inviting me. Let me follow up to what Sanjana has said. I've been part of many cohorts of IIT startups. My background is IIT Kanpur, 1978 graduate, and then went to IIM Ahmedabad, and I've spent more than 4 decades in helping startups of multinationals in India, approximately 1,500 startups built by me in India, right from the closed door economy days through technology transfer and subsequently. And post my corporate retirement, I've helped close to 200 Indian startups to accelerate their business growth, get into market. So I'll talk just a few learnings from what Anjan wanted me to share on the go-to-market strategy. So if you are wanting to look at a new market and you're wanting to launch your product in absolutely new market, the first most important thing you need to do is to build trust. And that can easily be done through partnerships approach. And many a times you forget that some of the people whom you think as competitors or complementary partners, you don't want to go through with them. You need big brands initially to get visibility and trust building. And that can only then help you to grow the business in those new markets with those case studies. And second, if you are wanting to launch your new products in existing market, you need to understand competition thoroughly and look at your unique selling proposition. Most of us who are tech startups have one of the big challenge of even communicating our message in a very simple manner. So in all the cohorts that I've learned, people try and put jargons, instead of making jargons, talk in story language, and try and focus more on your tactical approach to win customers, build up professional sales, marketing, lead program, and as rightly mentioned by Anjan, be very much more disciplined and practice. There is no better approach than trying to look at what the end audience is looking at, whether it's a VC you are wanting to pitch to or whether it's to any other strategic alliance partners. And that's what I do. I have been working mainly on out-of-box strategic partnerships approach, helping on go-to-market strategies, helping in building professional sales pipeline, helping in building teams, opening new markets in India and cross-border. I worked in 70 different countries. Over to others. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ajay. Okay. Rajiv, any thoughts?
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Anjanji.
See, Rajiv has been with us from, I think, for the last 4 cohorts, and he's been a great person with whom I share my thoughts. He acts as a bouncing board for me, and we keep on fighting all the time. So, Rajiv, welcome.
Thank you, Dada. It's really a privilege to be associated with IIT Startups because there's an amazing group, the mentors, the teachers, as well as the cohort alumni. I became an entrepreneur in 97, and my journey with IITs and IIM started soon after that. Right now, I just wanted to leave with just saying a couple of, important messages for the startups. We mentors, we learn a lot by working with you. So it's not just that we teach you. It's basically a symbiotic relationship that we have, a two-way benefit. People like me participate in such programs. We give back to society because we benefit. Because one is, of course, we look at investable opportunities. We look at partnership opportunities with you. You should understand one thing, that this startup that you have founded is your baby, right? And you must really be very serious when you get into it. This program can be very intense. Trust me, the first 2 weeks will be very, very hard for you, and then it will only become harder after that. The objective of this program is to help you lay the foundation for your venture. Many of you may have been interacting with investors, and you may have found it very difficult to communicate to them. That's because what we realize, let's say 94% of startups don't go beyond 5 years. 75 doesn't go beyond 3 years, and there's a reason for that. Many of you forget to focus on the foundation of the venture, and in the next 10 to 14 weeks, you will understand what is needed to lay that foundation. Please understand, take this seriously. You may have to put in a great deal of time, great deal of effort into it, but that is for your own good, right? And all of us are here pro bono. We are spending our time. What we're doing is we're giving you in a capsule 25 to 35 years of our experience, of our expertise, what we learned from the industry to you. And please take this seriously. Unless you take it seriously, you will not succeed. And I'm not talking about just this cohort program, I'm talking about the future. So please focus on having a concrete foundation. Many of you have already have some experience in startup before, but this is an opportunity for you to enhance that. And we look forward to having all of you pass out with flying colors. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anjan ji.
Yeah, thanks, Rajiv. I mean, it's been amazing for me as a part of this IIT startups to be interacting with people like Rajiv, Ajay, Saujanya, and many other people. Okay, so what I'll do now is I would like to see, Sunil, would you like to say something, Sunil? Maybe 1 or 2 words. Sunil is based out of Philippines. So we are actually looking at starting some more activities with people from Singapore. We have one of our startups here today who are based out of Malaysia, right? And we'll also be looking at startups in future from Europe and Australia. Okay, they would come as a part of the India geography. So my request to the people today here is how you can actually build up their community, not only as members of the startup, but how to actually see whether more people would be interested in joining the work we are on today. Okay, so just keep in touch with me. I'm actually the person who will be helping you on your administrative issues, problem issues. Just pick up the phone and give me a call. I'm sure most of you have my number. Just do that. And with that, I'll just say, Sunil, would you like to talk something? And also, Ramakrishna, would you like to tell something? And after that, what I'll do is I'll take about 10 more minutes in which I'll leave the floor open for startups who may want to share 1 or 2 of their thoughts. So what I would request is please put up your hands on so that I can call them one by one to discuss it out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Anjanda. Ramakrishnan here. Guys, I have been working with IIT startups for the last three or four cohorts, in fact. And I'm a former banker, financial services professional. I work with startups, close to about 400, 450. I have supported through various interventions, predominantly on the business planning, the financial modeling, enabling them to understand the valuation, reaching out to investors, so on and so forth. This has been, I have been doing this for the last 12 years, so met many different types of startups and founders. One critical thing which I would like to share from my experience, because I have also been a startup founder and recently started another to explore further into the space. My one submission to all of you is to ensure that this is not something which is a replacement for employment. This is something which you guys have to consistently focus and try to build. There could be significant pitfalls. More importantly, your co-founder is the relationship with your co-founder is like marriage. It could go wrong horribly. So ensure that the selection of a co-founder is something which you really put your heart and soul into it, because this is a very long journey which each of you have to undergo. So this is my submission. And as far as the platforms, IIT Startups is concerned, it's a great place to be with varied types of people, mentors, so on and so forth. I hope this is something which you guys will cherish for now. Thanks.
Yeah, Sunil, would you like to add something? Sunil is there? Okay.
He's there playing hide and seek. Sunil, we can see you.
Okay. I think now what I'll do is, as I say, now you all must have heard of this time when Devil went down and gave all the good things, what's happening in the hell and all that. And then people ask, if hell is so good, why aren't more people going to hell and not to heaven? Today we are recruiting. Tomorrow we start our work. So today, as I would put it, we are recruiting and you are part of our team and you are integral part of IIT Startups. It is not that Anjan, Pradeep, Saurabh, Kshitij are part of IIT Startups. You are our representatives and you are somebody who's taking things forward. So our stake is as much as your stake. So it's my submission to you is, how do you empower IIT Startups as well as we are trying to do? Okay. So it's in your commitment that we make things work out and take it forward. And with that, I'm throwing the floor open.
Yeah, Sunil is there. Sunil is there. I think we could.
Sunil is there. He's raised hands.
Sunil?
I had, hello everyone. I had connectivity issues. Actually, very happy to be here. This is my third cohort as a mentor, and I think this is like almost like MBA for me. Because most of the topics which are there relevant for startups have not my topics. I come with a corporate linear career of around 32 years, out of which 11 years has been in Philippines. But all I want to share with all the new companies, 14 companies which are there, that you are joining an elite group of another 133 people who are IIT Startups alumni. And you can imagine how coveted you are already, because one is you have chosen to do something as an entrepreneur is a big thing. I, as a corporate person, all through my life, I'm trying to hustle, do something on my own. And I can imagine how much challenges you have gone through to reach where you are today. So stay persistent. This program is demanding. It may take up to 6 hours sometimes in certain weeks, because there will be a weekly session. There will be a weekly masterclass. Then you'll have a mentor connect. Then you might have a subject matter expert connect, and you are running your business, right? So it is like most of the enterprise transformations in B2B language, I'll call about it, and you all can relate, that you need to fix the airplane while it is at 30,000 feet running in the most critical environment, right? So you are in that state already. We appreciate that. And we will be here to very in a open manner work with you. And we understand sometimes some of the weekly deliverables or commitments you may miss because you have more critical things to do as a business. So stay transparent and connected with your respective mentors. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much, Anjan, and everyone. And I am very happy to be a mentor. I must say that. My wife knows that this is something I look through the curriculum when it comes up now.
Okay, Saurabh, I think we have two more persons who might want to talk about, right? Muna and Dr. Somnath Mitra.
Yes. So yes, sir. So could I please get Muna on the line and introduce herself? Yeah.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. Wonderful to be here, and thanks so much for having me. I did my PhD from IIT Delhi in biochemical engineering, biotechnology, and then I was involved primarily in the domains of sustainability, ESG, and impact. Both as a consultant with the Big Four as well as in corporate careers. And so that's where I am. And right now I am mentoring and advising a few startups as well as just starting out on a book collaboration with Kathy Island. So very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Muna. Thank you, Muna. Could we get Dr. Somnath for a quick introduction?
Okay, what we'll do is,
right.
Rajiv had a couple of things to do. We missed him out because he wasn't there that time. Rajiv, yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, Anjanda. So my name is Rajiv Jain, and I'm part of the IIT Incubator Cohort team. And I will talk. I won't take too much time. I will talk a little bit about the masterclass which we keep as part of this entire journey. And this masterclass is not only for the cohort members or only for the startup founders. It is if they feel that there are other IITians or any other people who wanted to join, it is open for all. See, the intent of masterclass is to take up a topic and bring a deep expertise from the industry and the professionals who are working in that. For example, in the area of merger and acquisition, we might bring someone who is an expert and who has been doing merger and acquisitions and supporting large corporates from the legal standpoint as well. Similarly, when we look at another topic was on employee stock options, which is typically one of the tools which is being deployed by the startups to retain their talent. So how we go about it, what is the impact in case you go for funding, how exactly it works. So, there are a lot of other finer aspects, which at times either the startup founders or the person who are running the startups are not so familiar with. And at times there are other aspects, regulatory aspects, like in last cohort, we have certain startups which are in the space of medical devices, etc. And there are a lot of regulatory around it. So what we have done is we have requested someone from the legal fraternity to come over and touch upon some of the specific aspects, including the medical space also. So the intent of having this master class is to take a deep dive, a very critical deep dive and very specific topics for about 2 hours. And it will be an online class. So I encourage and request you to join and attend those classes. And within your own ecosystem, your own network, please encourage people to join, because that will also help them to understand it better. And maybe as some of the founder startups in this particular cohort are second and third startups, so they would be will be able to relate a little more that why these master classes are important. Okay, so we have very interesting sessions which will come up during the master classes. So I request and encourage you to join all of us. Over to you, Anjana.
Yeah, I think, see, it is important for us to increase our ecosystem because this is a pro bono activity. So in case you feel that there's somebody whom you know who can add value to you and to your fellow members, please reach out to me and Rajiv so that we can include them as a part of our expert sessions. Each sessions will have certain experts who are coming from the industry who will help you guide and take it forward. Okay, with that, I don't want to talk anymore on this one. I would like to open the floor for next 10 minutes. And in case any of you would like to have any thoughts, anything, don't thank us. We are just starting. Don't give any so if you have any specific points which you want to make, please make them. Please ensure whatever you're telling is important to all of us. Okay. So with that, I'm opening the floor. Any of you would like to talk about something, please go ahead and let us know. This may open mainly for the startups.
So yeah, please go ahead and raise your hands if you'd like to come on and speak about something, and we'll call you in a photo.
Okay, yeah. Any of you have, or otherwise, should we wrap up the session today? Okay, great, Mohit. Yeah, go ahead.
Mohit is there.
Quick question. So I understand you'll assign a mentor, but just based on the introduction of the team sort of folks who the key mentors that came up, we want to interact more deeply with more mentors. Is that also enabled by default as part of the program?
Okay, let me answer that question in two ways. One is you'll be assigned one primary mentor, okay, who will be working closely with you on a one-to-one basis. And in case there are certain domain areas which you feel you need help and support, we may assign, we won't assign, we would actually let you talk to a couple of other people who we feel are experts in the domain. And then you can take some expert help from them, but only for a short duration, maybe 1 or 2 hours, and take it forward. Okay. But your primary mentor will be mainly keeping in mind your domain area, your technical area, and your specific problem areas. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else has got any other questions? Okay, Vibhor, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, we are currently kept as observers, and the domain assigned to us is safety. So we are into we are into data security or cybersecurity space. How would should we go about and check out with everyone if they would be happy to mentor us? I don't know how this would work.
So don't worry about that part. We will be assigning you a mentor. Only thing is, as far as observers are concerned, I will take it up. Talk to me separately. I'll talk to you on what is my thoughts on observers. We will assign you a mentor on that one. You don't have to search for mentors. That's our job. But if you feel there are some persons who can be good mentors, recommend them to us, and then we will onboard them. Please don't assign mentors to yourself. That's our job. Okay. But if you feel there is somebody who should be mentoring you, I'll be happy to talk to them and see how we can onboard them. But yeah, request is not to go do it directly. Okay. Right. Yeah. I think who's the next person? I think Praveen is the next.
We can go to Divya. Divya is next, and after that, Praveen.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So the question I had was, how does the IT Startup India work along with IT Startups US? And is the demo day the common demo day for both US and India, or do you have a separate demo day?
See, that's primarily divided into two parts, India and US. As far as India is concerned, those startups who are looking at India as a market and investors from India, they are part of IIT Startups India. Those startups who are looking at US as a market and US investors, we push them to US, IIT Startups US. So that's a demarcation. Now, if there's a mix or something like that, then we try to play around that and work it out. But clearly, this is the first clear demarcation. Does that, I hope it answers your question.
Yeah, and how about the demo day? And is the
Demo day is separate.
Okay.
Because the investor community from US is separate, investor community from India is separate. So if you are a part of India startups, you cannot be a part of the US demo day, and vice versa.
Okay. I was asking because I'd gone for the last demo day last year, and there were startups from India also presenting in the same demo day along with other US startups. So there were few startups.
Can you take that with me offline, because I don't think that would be happening. I don't think that's a long question, but let me understand that, because yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Praveen, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I mean, this is more from like personal, expectations as well. I've been working with startups, but in more of a technical role, and this is the first time I'm being like a business owner. So in terms of like, I mean, this is a curriculum on building the startup and the pitch deck, but in terms of like my own personal kind of change in mindset, is that something as well that you address, or are there other resources to help with that?
See, we will address part of the resources, but we will also let you know who can help you in probably redesigning the whole thing and a little bit more on the branding. We'll have a couple of sessions on branding and building up your website and your LinkedIn profile and multiple things around that. Okay. We will have sessions on branding and taking things forward from there on. I mean, of course, you will have to do bulk of the work, but there'll be experts who will take you through nuances to make it much better. Like in your sessions today, you have seen a lot of us having a background of IIT startups. If you see my background, it contains a IIT startup. So we would like you, first of all, in your next session, to have your startup brand as your backdrop from the next amount. I'll probably keep that on you'll have to keep that on all through, because that's your brand. That's where you start. And you'll also have to build up your own LinkedIn profile and your websites so that it makes sense. That's your responsibility. I can't do that for you. Nobody else can do that for you. People can suggest to you in making it work. But unless you take the time to build up that brand and reach out, your marketing campaigns will fail. Yeah. Right, Praveen? Thanks. Anybody else? Okay.
I think that's all the questions we have. So with that, we can close it. But taking on the cue from that last point which Anjana mentioned, I think from the next sessions, everyone should have best case scenario, a white screen or a light background with your logo sitting on top of it. So, and that's something which is done till the demo day while even you're presenting to the investors, right? So that's something which will come as a ask. So start looking at that. If no other points, what I would like to do is invite Anjanda for a formal closeout and vote of thanks. Please go ahead, sir.
No, it's closed.
Okay.
that could be the fastest vote of thanks and closure. And thank you all my friends who've been with us for a long time. It's been a pleasure dealing with all of you and with becoming friends for life. That's all I can say. And welcome to the family. And please, थोड़ा मेहनत कर लेना यार. आप एक करोगे तो आपको 10 मिलेगा. इतना मैं कह देता हूं. You spend 1 hour on this one, it will save 10 hours for you in the long term. And that's something which I can vouch for. 40 years down the line, I know that is going to happen. And that's a word which we have from all our teams. Okay, all the people who are in our team. We've got an amazing team of volunteers who are working with you. please respect them. Please ensure that your time and their time is well spent. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend ahead of whatever it is left. And we hope to start our next session on Thursday. Some of you have not got your mentors mapped yet. We are working on that. We'll shortly get back on that. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to say something, or we wrap up the session now?
We can wrap it up. Sir.
Okay, right. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Have a great day. Right. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.
Yeah. Okay.
All the best, everyone.